American singer and songwriter Lana Del Rey seems to have a lot on her hands lately, mostly in the form of unwanted people trying to get close to her. This isn't the first time she's made headlines, and she unfortunately seems to have a lot of controversies behind her, even leaving social media last year after she felt that it had all become a bit too much. Well, unfortunately for her, leaving social media hasn't left her completely off the map, as there have been two separate occasions where she has had to file protection orders against people that she alleged have been stalking her and even visiting her home. There was one that took place at the beginning of this year and one that happened only just recently. So let's talk about the new one and recap the old. She just put out a new protection order against a man that she says is stalking her and apparently especially interested in her car. She was granted a temporary restraining order from Los Angeles County, claiming she is being accosted by a man named Eric Aravardo. She says that he has shown up to her home on two separate occasions and apparently even stole one of her vehicles. In the documents, she says that he apparently first showed up to her home in February, shortly after the first stalking case took place. She says that he made off with one of her cars, which was a Jaguar, and ended up being criminally charged for the offense. And he then apparently returned just earlier this month, reportedly leaving a bag at her gate which contained a disturbing letter about how he wished to see her again. She also claims that the man had been texting her sister a few different times between February and July, but it's unknown how he even managed to get her number. She says that she has no idea who this man is or has any connection with him, and that she fears for the safety of her and her family. Due to this, a judge signed off on the order and a hearing will apparently be taking place next month. For now, Eric will be required to stay 100 yards away from both Lana and her sister and is not allowed to be in contact with them in any way. As we know, a very similar situation took place earlier this year in January, this time between Lana and a woman named Janine Lee Stratton, a woman that she said had appeared at her home on 3 occasions and was apparently harassing her and her team through scary text messages. The woman apparently goes by the nickname America and had reportedly been constantly contacting members of Lana's team, including her managers. She was apparently demanding to meet Lana in person, saying that she was Lana's muse and that she was apparently communicating with her in her songs and even in her dreams. Lana's management team responded to the woman via text saying that she did not want to meet her and she needed to leave them alone. This led to a long reply from Stratton, which included the line, "I want to make a scene, because guess what? I don't go away easy." A pretty freaky threat. She also apparently went so far as to arrive at Lana's property in Los Angeles and jumped the fence to make an entry, where she was thankfully quickly met by Lana's security team. Similarly to the most recent situation, Lana filed for a temporary restraining order, saying she feared for her safety, and the request was granted by a judge and a hearing was set. Unfortunately, I couldn't seem to find any more information about what happened after the hearing and if anything ever came of it. I guess we can probably be sure that Lana is still safe, as anything major probably would have made the headlines. So whether or not we will actually hear about the hearing and its outcome for this newer stalker case is still up in the air, as the precedent shows that it may just be settled quietly. I guess all we can do is hope that Lana stays safe and that the actions don't escalate into anything more serious. For now, that's all I have for you, but I'll be sure to keep you updated if we find out anything new. I've been your host, Woody. Join us next time for more.